It's like wobbling because it's so heavy.
Yeah, lollipop. I can't see your face.
Yeah, it's bigger than
You see it. Sweet Pete's Candy Shop. There it is.
Skittles.
All the candy. Skittles. Let's watch the cat again.
Saltwater tappies.
Yes.
Strawberry.
I got some of that crap that you brought.
Yummy.
Yeah.
I like puppets and stuff.
Puppets.
Ooh, Tootsie Roll. I love Tootsie Rolls. I love basically any chewy candy. Chewy. They have cowtails here.
Yum. Oh my gosh.
Can we get cowtails? They're so yummy.
Now you would probably like those.
Yes.
Okay, we could try to see if they'll let us buy
They're
a couple.
65 cents each.
Let's get 4.
Okay. Yeah.
We gotta hurry up and go to the register.
Okay.
Let's go.
Yummy.
It's a natural cold stone. Go ahead and just on the very edge right here, put your hand, touch it. Tell me, is that hot or cold? Cold. It's cold. It's a rough or smooth. That's what we use this for. We use it for chocolate and for candy. It cools off our chocolates and our candy, really good for us. What temperature is that candy gonna be? What temperature? 310 degrees. So we're gonna use our natural cold stone, our marble or granite surface, how cold it is, to cool that candy down. I'm gonna pour that candy all over the table. It's gonna cool it down to a safe temperature where I can work with it with my bare hands, and more importantly, it's gonna be safe for you to work with your bare hands. Now I'm using gloves because I'll be touching all of your candies. You don't need gloves because you're only gonna be touching your own candy. Here's the thing, while I've got candy in the pot, use your mirror to see. Let me show you what that looks like. We call this still angry. Can you see the pot in the mirror?
Yeah.
Okay, you see how bubbly it is? We call that angry. The candy's still angry. We're gonna wait for it to settle a little bit. We're gonna pour that candy out on the table, and we're gonna start cooling it off and making awesome lollipops. Ready? I'm gonna pour 2 piles. It's gonna be the stripe. All right, it's gonna be the body of our candy. Some of it doesn't make sense right now, but I promise you, it will. Alright. So we're going to add our color, our blazer first. Alright, we're going to go blue raspberry. So we're going to put a little, now get your noses ready, get your sniffers ready. I promise you everybody will be able to smell this anywhere in the room. But raise your hand when you do smell. It's going to take you about 30 seconds to a minute to really smell it. Alright, let's go with a raspberry. Your brave group mixing up the flavors. Okay. Just raise your hand when you can smell it. Nobody can smell it yet? Woo. I'm gonna get out my flavor wavers. Raise your hand. Pretty soon the whole room will smell like it, I promise.
It smells so good.
It does. Alright, everybody can smell it. And I promise you this whole room will smell it. Alright, we're gonna move on. We've got our color.
Oh, it smells so good.
See how quickly that natural cold stone, this marble, cools off that table? Cools off that candy? It really does. All right, so what I'm doing now, you can come back up to the table, just no touching the citric acid, but it'll get darker as I begin to mix in the colors, and then when I put it on the hook and pull it, the color's gonna change right before your eyes, and it's gonna lighten. All right. So remember, I'm just mixing in all the flavors and colors. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, so now, when I put it on the hook, what I really want you to watch for is that color change. It's gonna lighten up a little bit. And it's gonna shine, get really shiny. When we pull it on the hook, it gives it a beautiful sheen, shine, and texture for us to make beautiful lollipops. Watch that color change.
Oh, it looks like an ocean.
It does. And what it's going to do is it's going to get more and more shiny as this color fades a little bit.
It looks like a woman's hair.
It does. It's like Rapunzel's hair if it were blue.
Rapunzel. This is like 17 hours brushing it.
No, watch this. Now what we're hoping is that this candy, the red stripes, set into the bottom. You'll see what I mean by that in just a second.
Looks like cornballs.
Okay, now this is what candy makers call the tongue of the candy, and they generally don't use that because there's no stripes yet. And then back here is what's called the heel of the candy, and we don't use that too much either, but we are going to do something with that today. So let me use this first piece to show you a sample. You're going to be getting a piece of candy that looks just like this, okay? Just a sec. You're going to get a piece of candy, looks just like this here. All right, you're gonna take your piece of candy, you're gonna take it back to your table where you'll put it right down. It doesn't have to be perfect, it doesn't have to be pretty. You're just gonna bend the candy just like this into itself, okay? That's it. And then just take the rest of the candy and roll up. I like to say like a coiled up snake. Just roll it up, all right? Now, somebody grab me a stick, a lolly stick off the table. You got one? I'll use that, there you go. Now watch this, put your hand right over the lollipop, right over, like that. And then just push the stick right in. Give it just a second, cool it off, shape it. In a second, and then there you'll have your traditional ample gray colors lollipop, right? Okay, now the stripes have set down really good. This candy's really good. So if you haven't made two, come on up.
Doing like Daddy did with the spiral.
I'll do that for my next one. Yeah, because I want to make a heart like this one.
Alright. I'm just gonna make it upside down.
Just shove that up in there.
There you go.
That's a better one.
That's good.
Now mommy's making candy.
What should I make?
There you go.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. It'll dry and I'll make it like this.
Yeah. Look guys, I made a bowl.
You're doing like
Oh,
that smells so good.
Yeah, it's raspberry.
I gotta taste it.
Raspberry.
Ah! I wanna bite it.
It'll be sticky.
Okay, don't lick it.
Yeah, don't lick. I'll lick. Look at this one. This one's like pretty by itself.
What is it? What color?
It's red and blue, but like it's stretched out really thin here, so it looks pink.
Really pretty. Nice. I'm looking for the candy shop where they show us how to make them. It's probably down here.
All the caramel ingredients right here in this mixer. Mixes it up, heats it up to 245 degrees. We then pour that caramel straight from the machine right into these pans. We seesaw the top of the pan. They remove every hand by they individually hand cut and hand wrap every piece of caramel that comes out of here. We like to do things like that. Also, we make a peanut butter melt away. It's white chocolate mixed with peanut butter, and then we do a vegan peanut butter melt away, which is dark chocolate mixed with peanut butter, and it literally melts in your mouth.
awesome.
That's totally awesome.
That was so cool.
All right.
I just expected it to be like a normal candy shop where you go in and buy like your gummies and your lollipops. But they have like different like areas. Like there's a whole Mike and Ike room. Who has a Mike and Ike room in their candy shop? And they have Skittles room, I think there was.
We gotta wait for the crosswalk. There's nobody around. Let's go. See you later.